On this episode, we're walking you through our full experience with the Candlelight Processional dining package at Garden Grill, leading up to an absolutely incredible performance narrated by Gary Sinise. Today's December 23rd, 2025, and this is episode 832 of the Main Street Magic Podcast.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts. Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Main Street Magic. I'm your host, Jeremy Stein, and as always, I'm joined by my lovely wife, Rhonda.
Hey guys.
If you want to be part of the community and join the conversation, get the latest theme park news, as well as live streams from the parks and resorts, head to Facebook and search for the Main Street Magic community and ask to join.
Make sure you check us out on the web at mainstmagic.com, as well as follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at mainstmagic, and on TikTok at MSM Podcast.
Planning a trip to Disneyland or Walt Disney World can be overwhelming and at times just downright frustrating. But don't worry, because Mouse Dining removes the frustration of booking Disney dining reservations, alerting you when they spot availability for your desired restaurant, date, meal, and time. Visit msmfriends.com to use this free service.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can get brand new episodes every Tuesday and Friday.
Are you ready for your bucket list trip? Our trusted partner, MEI Travel, will handle the planning so you can focus on the memories. They offer free vacation planning services and have nearly 20 years of experience creating memorable vacations. Visit mainstmagic.com/travel for a fee-free, no-obligation quote today.
Well, folks, it is December 20th. And I hope you've got what you need, because ready or not, here comes Christmas. We are 5 days away.
Yeah. Well, and nobody's listening to it today, so you're counting them down. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, which is really crazy when this comes out.
Oh,
so
my goodness.
We're getting a little bit ahead, a couple busy work days, but we just got back from Disney,
Woohoo!
A quick 24-hour trip. Basically, with since the past couple weeks got flipped on its head with certain things happening in our lives. Our elongated Thanksgiving trip was basically cut in half.
Correct.
And what that meant is that we still had a ticket for Lacey.
Yep.
And we still had a ticket for Kaylin.
Correct.
And so Lacey's ticket was a comp ticket from a wonderful cast member friend of ours, and it was going to end on the 19th.
Yes.
And Rhonda and I had not gotten down, obviously, to do any Sea Festival of the holidays. We didn't know if we were going to make a Candlelight Processional this year with everything going on. So we said, you know what? Our initial plan a while back was to go down and see Gary Sinise on the 19th, come home the 20th.
Yeah.
And so I was able to use Mouse Dining. If you go to msmfriends.com, you can click on the link and you can use their free service to get a Candlelight Processional dining lunch package for the 5 p.m. show.
Yes.
At Garden Grill. And so we could see Gary at 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So we said to Lacey, I got some of this looked at and booked, and Lacey came in the room or something one night, and I was like, hey, do you just want to go with us? Like, it's a last day on the comp ticket.
Right.
If we're unable to use it, it just goes away. And she was like, sure. I said, okay.
Wow, which was surprising.
It was. Well, we took her to see
happy.
Ralph
Yes.
Macchio last year at the Candlelight Processional, which
She
for
enjoyed
her,
it.
Yeah, of course, she enjoyed much more Ralph than Processional, but still,
Yeah.
she knew what it was and thought it was cool. Has no idea who Gary Sinise is because our kids are uncultured and have not seen Forrest Gump, nor do they have any interest in watching
Alex knew who
it.
he was.
Yes. So about 2 weeks ago, maybe even less, Lacey was like, well, she's got a couple of little besties. She was like, can Alex come with us? And we're like, well, that's expensive, man. And she, of course, being Lacey, says, well, maybe she can just use Kaylin's ticket. Like, she knew, right?
She's a smart little girl.
She is. And Kaylin didn't want to go, and we didn't know when we would be taking Kaylin. So we're like, you know what?
Kaylin
we do
was
have this
very
ticket.
happy to just pass it along.
So, contacted Disney. We got the ticket moved over in Alex's name.
Problem.
Said, all right, Alex, you're going to come with us, and we headed down.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about just outside? Because we're really going to talk about food and Garden Grill and then touch on the processional. But do you want to talk a little bit about going with them and what else we did throughout the day and rides and some cookies and such?
It was really cute because our original goal was to go and do the cookie stroll, get all of the cookies, get the stamps, Well, things kind of started to change when Alex, first of all, hasn't gone in a very long time. She has never ridden
Remy's Ratatouille
thank you.
Adventure. For most Disney names on rides moving forward, it's real easy to say whatever the name is the featured one on the ride and add adventure, because that's pretty much what they do with all the rides now. So
we were like, all right, well, closer to getting down there, we'll see. And so with all this being said, our plan kind of started to change where, it was awesome because when we were getting into Epcot, I believe Remy's said, like a 35-minute wait.
yeah.
So I think we got over there and it might've said 50.
Yeah, it bumped up
but by
to 50.
the time
we timed it at 30.
Yeah, it was only 30 minutes in line because we knew we could do this before lunch. So then we went to lunch.
We'll talk about Remy's real quick because this is the first you and I got to see it as 2D.
Yes.
Thoughts?
Personally, as weird as this is going to sound from a motion sense, I prefer the 3D. I didn't like it. I had to close my eyes much more often. So Alex thought it was super cute. Mm-hmm. Lacey actually kind of, I think, missed the 3D as well.
Yeah. I missed it. And I didn't get motion sick, but it definitely felt different. Now, the screens are as crystal and clear as can be.
100%.
They're beautiful.
100%.
But I think this is one of those where it's so fast-paced that the 3D, when it puts it in, like, you inside of the 3D, maybe it's easier to follow in that sense.
Maybe.
So I did find moments where I either had to look away or I had to specifically focus on a point. Like, when you go in and you all go into your little stand and you run through like the back of the walls.
Yeah.
And you're basically chasing all the rats through the back of the walls. That one was starting to get me.
Oh,
and so I had to just go, all right, whatever little rat's right in the middle of the screen, I'm just going to look at that one.
Oh. That's surprising even for you.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, I missed the 3D, but I don't think it's one. Like, it's not like Alex walked out going, did that used to be 3D? Because it seems like it should have been.
No, 100%.
Like, you
100%.
won't notice
No.
if you don't notice. Right. Also, ever since this ride opened, when you go in, it's one of the first scenes when you're under the cart and it's rolling out in the dining room. I used to look left, I used to look right and think, why the heck don't those wheels move? It's that tiny little bit of immersion that makes a difference. Well, now they move.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
was
super
watching
duper cool.
most of that than I was the screen, which was nice. But yeah, it was super cute because I was focused and watching the kids more. We put them in the front.
Yep.
It was super nice because we did not get a single rider put with us, which
I was happy for that.
Very happy for a couple of reasons. You were still coughing. And for two, it was the family of four. And and with Lacey's anxiety and just everything, I was like, yeah, let's not, which, you don't have really a say. So I was very happy.
Yeah.
But, so we'll come back to Garden Grill. But then we just kind of Lacey's been, so we were like, Alex, kind of what do you want to do almost? And so then we started seeing some more rides. Like she didn't see the Moana walkthrough.
Yep.
So we got to take her to that. We went ahead and did. And she actually doesn't like roller coasters. She likes she really enjoyed the Finding Nemo ride.
Yes, yeah. More of the Omni mover, slower type stuff.
Yeah, she was cute.
But it was great because when we walked out of Garden, well, first we were sitting in Garden Grill and I was looking, we were getting the check. And I was like, Soren says 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, so we'll go right there as soon as we pay the check. By the time we got down there 10 minutes later, it was listed at 50.
Yeah, it was.
So we're like, all right. So we went over and did Living with the Land. Mm-hmm. From there, we left and we did Nemo.
Yes.
From there, we walked and did Journey of Water. And then we headed right over to Spaceship Earth. So within an hour's period or so, we pretty much did all of those things.
Yes.
Which was really, really great.
It really was. And then from there, we started to go around the World Showcase because Lacey wanted to. Oh, and then she was like, and it was just super cute because she just really started getting excited.
Yeah.
Which I hadn't seen in a very long time. So then, I think it was, they saw Olaf over at by Encanto.
When we were first Yeah,
What is that one?
Yeah,
The
over at the
what
Communicore Hall
Which
area.
kitchen is that considered?
The festival favorites.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right up there. And so then Lacey's like, oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. And I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the scavenger hunt.
So this point after, like Jeremy said, we did Spaceship Earth. Then Lacey was like, okay, I'm ready to go around the countries. And I was like, okay, here we go. So we had the scavenger hunt and we started to go. And then like this point was like 3 something. So by the time we were
Time was moving.
Yeah, it was.
Whew.
Yeah, it was. So by the time we got over to America, where the garden, it's
Candlelight Processional
yeah,
dining
but
package.
what's the
Yeah, your standby is on the opposite side, closer to Germany, and then on the side closer to Japan is where you'll start lining up if you have the dining package.
yeah. So we were starting to come over, and shockingly, it was like I think at 3:30, 3:45, give or take, somewhere between those times. The line was actually starting to get long for the actual like dining package people. So I was like, why don't y'all go? You can do a few things and I'll get in line. So I did, because they wanted to get more cookies, and that's what I was doing this for. But I think y'all got 1 cookie.
Well, Alex wanted to ride 3 Caballeros.
And then she went, right.
And so the thing we were going to do was go get cookies on the way to 3 Caballeros, ride that, and then come back. Mm-hmm. But time started to really get away from us. So after we got the first cookie, I said, hey, if 3 Caballeros is like on your list, let's just go do it.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot easier. Just go knock it out now. We'll go back, get into the processional. And the reason we were rushing all of this prior to the processional is because after the processional, the plan was go to Hollywood Studios, see Taylor Swift, Iris outfits,
costumes,
and then go ahead and do a couple rides if we could.
Yes.
So that's the whole reason.
Yes.
So I said, hey, when we're done the processional, we have to walk out that way anyway because we're parked up front and we drove. So then we can look at hitting another cookie or if we need them or whatever else we want to do. So we're like, cool. And that's what we did.
Yes. And they went and rode, and then it was funny because the earliest they can let you in is the very first showing because nobody's there in the theater. And first word was 4:25, so I texted Jeremy that. Well, then this guy is like, I think they're gonna let you in like 3 minutes. 3 minutes at this point was gonna be like 4:05, and I was like, oh my gosh,
we're like on the ride in Mexico,
right? And I was like, oh man, I guess that guy either A, needs a Christmas gift, and it is a watch, or he is a hairdresser, because 3 minutes to him was literally probably 10 or 15, which I was very grateful for because I just didn't want to have all these people pass me. So Jeremy and the girls made it back. Poor Alex, though, we just about killed her.
Not used to moving around theme parks.
And then so we got in line and then watched that. And then do you want to go ahead and finish the day?
Let's go back to Garden. We'll go back to Garden Grill and then play out everything else. So Garden Grill for us was one of the reservations that became available.
Yes.
2, we knew that the 2 children we were bringing, Lacey and Alex, this had things they would eat.
Correct.
Coral Reef was readily available. That menu was not going to work for them. No. Not much else, honestly, popped up for the dining package. I kept once I got my first alerts from Mouse Dining, because I had several set, like breakfast, lunch, dinner. And so once I got my first alert, it was all of a sudden like, I don't know if Disney released a whole bunch at once. What they did, I started getting alert after alert for different times. Oh. Even up to the morning of, we could have easily made a reservation at Garden Grill. Nothing else was available for the past 20 days or however long I was looking and using Mouse Dining. No other restaurants were popping up. Now,
I was going to say, is there anything anyways at EPCOT that would be like chicken tenders?
No, I mean, not in this scenario. You know, I mean, another option could have been something like a, beer garden, maybe, because there is children's menu. I don't believe they have chicken tenders, but again, that's something that maybe would have worked. Like, now that we know Alex likes steak, a Le Cellier could work, except then you're spending $90 something on these two kids who are not going to eat that amount of food.
And we already spent quite
It was already got pricey. So
Yes.
Garden Grill, 11:40 a.m. We have done this before. We did it
Yes.
actually dining package for Josh Gad. And we really enjoy it here. This is like, we'll talk about each item and stuff in our experience, but what we both kept saying, and this is getting harder and harder to find, I feel like, at Disney sometimes, Garden Grill is always consistent.
Yes.
And it's consistently good.
Yes, it is.
It's not going to blow you away.
Nope.
But
you're getting good food.
But you know you're getting good food.
Correct.
And you know that it's going to be consistent in what you're getting.
Correct.
Especially when you start dealing with things like steak and meats. Like every single time we've gone here, because steak and that chimichurri is on both the breakfast and lunch dinner menus, right?
Right.
Every time we've gone breakfast or lunch, that steak has been exactly the same for us.
Yeah. I mean, and flank steak can be hit or miss.
Yeah, I feel like it's
really
one of those,
can be.
you overcook it by a degree
Correct.
and it's chewy and not very good.
Correct.
And so they do it right here.
They do. They really do. Like, it's really impressive. Now, you get a little bit of, one piece might be a little gristly or fatty or something, because I think, unfortunately, Lacey got a piece like that. But consistent, like he just said, which is just, when you have something and you get it consistently right all the time, like, you just know you can't go wrong.
Right. Yeah.
And you have good food there.
Yeah. And this is one where, as we look for packages coming up for, hopefully Blue October's return, or maybe another band that we want to see, if Garden Grill comes up and it's all we can get, I'm not going to be upset about it.
Correct.
I'm going to be like, okay, we'll eat a Garden Grill again.
Yeah.
There's other ones like, if you get stuck almost with some other ones,
right,
you might be like, I really, you're still getting the most out of it. Like when you want to get a seat. Mm-hmm. So speaking of that, if you're not used to the dining packages, you can just go look it up real quick, because we have talked about dining packages 6 times a year, every year for the past 8 years, probably.
Yeah.
Because we do all the time. We do them for Candlelight Processional for sure. And we do it for, Garden Rocks when Blue October comes.
Correct.
So we are talking about it, and heck, this last time we did a few dining packages. So
yes,
this is going to get you a guaranteed seat.
Yes.
Into whichever show you're getting. So for example, we were going to have the 5 p.m. show.
Yes.
It is going to include a prix-fixe meal at the select EPCOT restaurants. If it is something like an all you care to enjoy, such as Beer Garden or Garden Grill, then you get that meal.
Yeah.
As is. If it is a restaurant such as a Coral Reef, you're going to get an entree, a dessert. You can actually get an alcoholic beverage as well, or just your standard beverages included as well. So here's where the pricing goes for something like Garden Grill. So lunch is normally $62 a person, an adult. For for Candlelight Processional dining package, it is $84 per person. Mm-hmm. So what you're paying for is a meal, and then you're paying $22 for a guaranteed seat. This is simply math.
Yeah.
I mean, if it is worth $22 to you and each person in your party to have a guaranteed seat so that you know you're going to see who you want to see, then it's a no-brainer. Yeah. Do a dining package.
Yep.
And you're going to eat anyway, right?
Right. And a guaranteed seat doesn't mean, like I said, when I got in line, that's where if you want to sit, I hate to say it this way, but if you do want to sit closer, or if you want a specific, or you want to be in a specific area, you do need to get in the line a little sooner when it comes to that.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I would say it's a guaranteed seat. It's not necessarily a good seat.
Yeah.
Or your seat that, you know what I mean? So it's a great point. Yeah.
Yeah, because we saw sitting there a lady, unfortunately, walk up, 10 minutes before it started?
Yeah.
And I saw her like looking for a seat, and then had the package thing on her, and she's like, then what good is this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yikes.
Yeah, I mean, you really have to think about it if you've ever been to a concert and you've done general admission.
Yeah.
General admission means you're going to be closer to the stage, or you're going to be in that area. Doesn't mean you're going to be on the front row if that's where you want to be. You're still going to line up, however many hours these crazy kids do nowadays, to make sure you're up on that front rail
100%.
Or whatever it may be. So it's very, very similar. You're not going to walk in 10 minutes after a concert starts and go, but I got general admission. What am I doing all the way back here?
Right.
That's your fault. So for us, that is worth it. You're never guaranteed standby unless you want to wait a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So again, is saving $84 a person, and just maybe you had snacks that day because you weren't eating a sit down meal. So you're saving the $22, for your guaranteed ticket or all, but you don't mind standing in line for 2.5 to 3 hours in the standby. Then again, that's simple math. You do it and decide what works best for y'all. All right, let's talk about the food that will be served. Starting off with, what do they bring to your table first?
Salad with a house-made dressing and cornbread with honey butter.
How do you like these?
Salad is really good, but totally reminds me of Olive Garden salad.
Yes. Not as dressy.
Correct.
Right?
But it's really...
the dressing flavor is pretty similar.
Yeah, it's really good.
It.
I do too. Like, there's olives on it. There's, which I love. There's onion, and I swear there was a peppercini.
Yes,
like
they were sliced up.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot of them. They were
So
really,
good.
really good. Yeah,
So
good
good.
croutons.
Yep.
Eat some because it comes with your meal and it is delicious. Just don't eat too much because there's going to be plenty more food.
I did
coming.
feel bad when she was like, because the kids did not want it.
They didn't touch it.
And they do put, it doesn't say on here, but they cute little flower pot with some vegetables and then ranch.
Yes.
So you can dip it.
Yeah.
Alex, I love her so much. She is hysterical. She doesn't like sauces and stuff. She doesn't like her food wet. So I think she ate a couple.
That was the best reason I ever heard when she said, I don't like my food wet.
Yeah. So chicken tenders, she eats them, but she does not dip them at all with anything.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't like her food wet.
It's so funny.
I know. So I think she ate a couple of things, but she didn't dip it in range.
Yeah. I love this cornbread.
Oh my God.
It's
Kaylin would have
not
eaten
as
the whole
good,
thing.
and John probably knows, like, if it's the same recipe over at like a Hoop-de-Doo, and which you can get at Fort Wilderness.
Yeah,
that one
yeah.
to me is even sweeter, and moister, dare I say. But this is a really good cornbread.
It is. And it was super funny because poor sweet Alex has never had cornbread. And she tried it. I was very proud of her. Yes, and this child is a 18-year-old, gonna be 19-year-old this next year. So she didn't really like cornbread, but that's okay. She tried it. I was super proud of her.
Apparently does not like her bread sweet either. So
Yes, she did say that.
we're learning. We're learning all about Alex. All right, next is going to come the giant skillet, which, by the way, Disney sell a set of these. They're heavy plastic. You can't cook with them or anything, actually, but they make wonderful presentation, and everything comes in these thick plastic skillets.
Yes.
Black skillets. They're so awesome. I would buy the whole set.
Yeah, they are really cool. I would too.
And the plates. They look like
Those are
old school Dixie paper plates, like Roundup Rodeo.
Yes.
But they're they're thick plastic.
Yeah.
They're a thick
Are you
plastic.
sure?
They're not even ceramic. The ones at Roundup were ceramic, but I believe they had to change them because Steve was saying how heavy they were, and fragile as well. So, yeah. But they're going to show up, I guarantee, at some point at Cast Connections, I bet. So we'll have Steve keep an eye out so we can get some.
So the skillet comes around, and in it is, of course, your grilled steak with chimichurri, like Jeremy was saying.
Which we've said we love.
It's so good.
So good.
Mashed potatoes, green beans, and veggies, and mac and cheese is not in that one, but it's a separate one, and it's got little goldfish.
Yeah, the little
Mickey
head goldfish on it.
But I'm not sure if it's just around the holidays because it wasn't last time when we went to Garden Grill. But they had turkey with gravy this time with the steak too. I didn't have that actually because I love the steak.
I think they may normally do pot roast. and the turkey was
Okay.
around for this.
Well, anyways, Lacey liked it,
Yeah.
which is really good.
Yeah.
You really liked
I
it.
did.
Again, I just had the grilled steak with chimichurri. I was super proud of Jeremy and happy because as soon as it was sat down, I guess his brain was like, I don't know if the kids are going to eat.
I was thinking it beforehand as soon as I heard don't like wet food. In my brain, I was like, he's about to get some wet food.
Okay.
So that's as soon as they set it down, I thought, I'm going to say something to Jess, our wonderful server.
Yes, and
Anyway.
he did. Immediately said, can we actually get some steak without chimichurri on it? She said, yes, absolutely. So we got that for the girls. And then, Lacey actually ended up having a little of the chimichurri because she liked it. Because she was like, well, what's in it? And we were telling her. But they ate, they did good with that. They ate everything that they could eat without and overfilling themselves.
Yeah.
Because I was like, we're going to get some cookies. We're going to do some
Yeah.
other things. And I was like, eat what you can eat. Don't worry about the price. Don't worry about anything. Just, So we did. Their mashed potatoes
They're
are
outstanding.
fantastic.
They're so good.
so good.
Really, really good.
Yep.
I love them.
Yep.
My least favorite thing out of everything is the mac and cheese. It's just that overly Velveeta-y
Mm-hmm.
mac and cheese. Now, I liked kind of the crunch of having the little Mickey head goldfish in
Yeah,
it.
it was weird to me.
But I think it would be better if they crushed them on top, mixed with butter, and then baked it off real
Yeah.
quick. Like that, I think would be super good.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of extra veggies. There was different squash, zucchini, squash.
I had one of those. They were
red
good.
onion. They were great.
Yeah.
They were, I would say, al dente.
Yeah.
Like those are ones where people often undercook them and they have a little too much crunch, or they overcook them and they're mush.
Yeah.
The green beans, I don't even want to say it too loud in case Kaylin's home and overhears some of the best green beans ever. Again,
They were good. They were really
this
good.
is all such simple food, but they just do it so well.
Yeah,
like
they
these
do.
green beans are perfectly like steamed.
They remind me of my mommy's.
Yes, yeah. They're just lightly seasoned, but just like enough. The
they're
seasoning on the
fresh.
steak and in that chimichurri is outstanding.
So good.
Chimichurri a lot of times for me can get overly oily
It's so good.
and it doesn't sit on my stomach right. This
Yeah.
is not.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to the chimichurri, as your restaurant is slowly spinning above Living with the Land, you really believe like they just went and grabbed this cilantro out of Living with the Land and made the chimichurri with it all within the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like that's how fresh it tastes. I love it.
Yeah.
And then for dessert, they bring a strawberry shortcake.
Yes, they do. And then she was super cool because
This
for
was
the
cute.
Kids,
She gave them, those would be, I believe, the veggies in the beginning in the flower pot, as well as what you're about to describe at the dessert,
Or for the
would
children.
for children menu. Yeah.
which, by the way,
Did not charge us children price.
I wish because it's only $52 for the
Yes,
kids.
yes. Thank you for bringing that up.
For the Candlelight Processional.
Mm-hmm.
So you take 20. What?
I think it's 32 or around there or
Okay.
something. So it's still about a $20.
Yeah,
We're still rough,
which is
$20,
still not bad.
$22 ticket. Yeah.
I really wish we could have, and I wasn't going to say anything because, of course, these were, Lazy's
Grown women.
15 now, and
Yeah.
again, like I said, Alex is going to be 19 soon. So with all this being said, the dessert they brought out the
Strawberry
shortcake. Thank you. And then in the little flower pots again it looked like a chocolate mousse, but actually I think it was an icing, and down inside was a cake.
Yep.
And
Yeah, chocolate cake.
all chocolate.
Yep. Had a
They
little
liked
white
it.
chocolate medallion
Yeah.
with Mickey printed on it.
They
in there,
liked
yeah.
it, right? They
Yeah, they
both
did.
ate
Yep.
most of it. So.
I didn't get to try the cake, but I tried the icing.
Yeah.
And it was like a real super light buttercream. It was delicious. It really, really was. So, what do you think of the strawberry shortcake?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it. I
It
feel like
reminds
it's-
me of Hoop-de-Doo.
Yes, and it's I feel like it's not angel food cake, but it's not a heavy like pound cake.
It's
It's fantastic.
the only way I can think of it is those little 6-packs. I grew up on them. I
Yeah.
know. I think you
Yep.
might have, and we've got them here. Is those little 6-packs
Yep.
of like the sponge cake. They're made specifically for you to make strawberry shortcake at home.
Right.
Yeah.
It was so
it's
good.
great, and it's a nice big portion of
It is, and you can get whatever else you want. Like she came back and was
Yes.
like, "Do you want anything else?" I was half tempted to say more mashed potatoes, but I was like, "Rhonda, stop," because I don't want to be sick. again, like I'd eat another bite of mac and cheese. Like I think I like the mac and cheese a little bit better, but those mashed potatoes were fantastic. We did eat all of our steak.
Yeah.
And I think almost all of what she brought second
It
too.
all got ate.
So
and eaten. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did. It was gone. Yeah, I took care of it.
Okay. It was really, really good. And then, we went ahead and got and Jeremy did get a drink that was
It was like green tea, pomegranate, and a little sparkly dried starfruit.
So was that
thing up top.
considered a non-alcoholic, or what was that?
Yeah, I believe that it was under the kids that it fell under, so
Okay.
it was included with the meal.
It was?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Because Lacey
It was
got
very
a
good. I
Sprite.
love these green tea mixes.
Yeah.
They had a couple of green tea mixes in the Japan Pavilion when Lacey was getting poppin' cooking, and there was like a strawberry green tea, and I almost grabbed one or two of them, but I didn't, obviously. And that's the end of my story. That's all I gotta say about that.
Alex got a Coke. I don't think I did realize that everything was included.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. So for $84 a person, but that does equal up to a gratuity and everything, a whopping $417, I believe.
Yeah. That's where the math gets interesting, right?
Yeah.
So for us, again, it's worth all of it. It is worth it to us.
It was.
But this isn't part of a larger week-long vacation that, we've been planning for 3 years and all this, and where, those pennies really start to matter. And
this is why we do enjoy not having the girls, and when Jeremy and I can sit down and go, oh, well, we can go to this nice restaurant because it's not going to cost.
I mean, again, we can ask
double.
the question: were we going to eat a meal that day and spend money on food?
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Would we have spent this much? No.
Probably not.
Not at all.
No.
Was it nice? I mean, it didn't really matter to the girls, but did you have at least a sense of kind of relief all day knowing that we are going to sit and see Gary Sinise, and we are going to get to see the Candlelight Processional this year, which has been a tradition of ours now for 6 years, and almost missed it. Look, that's all worth it.
Oh, 100%.
For us in that aspect, right?
100%. And I mean, this is also my girl math. I've been doing very well in work and stuff, and I mean, I got some cash, so really it only costs $117.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and we look at it that way. I mean, so
it's my girl math.
Yes.
That's what
that is my
people
girl
say.
math as well. How was Gary Sinise? Let's talk about the processional.
He's just amazing. Like he's
an amazing man.
Yeah, he is. He really is. I really this is something that I wish my parents could have been at with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. That's really cool. He's only 4 years younger than my daddy.
Yeah.
And he's just amazing. Like he was a great read.
Yes. He has that voice. He's distinguished. And man, when they are announcing, a couple minutes before, like again, I love Forrest Gump.
Right.
It is one of my all-time favorite movies. I mean, we would quote, and I still do. I mean, how many times do I say a week? Probably like Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
Yes.
I mean, it's just, I love this movie. And so.
You do.
And it is, again, award-winning movie. Gary Sinise was absolutely incredible in it. That's what I think of with Gary Sinise. That,
Correct.
and I think of Mission Space, right?
Yeah.
When he was the Capcom on that. But when they start reading off his accolades before he comes out, you're just like, holy moly.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is just one of the most incredible and decorated, I feel like, actors of our generation. And then what he does for military families is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that's why he's here.
First responders.
Yep.
And,
first responders. He asked he said, turn on the house lights.
Yeah, that
everybody
was
stand
cool.
up. Like, it was just.
That was cool.
He was wonderful.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And then the people that sang were students.
Yes.
Which was super cool. And it was neat because, the girls watched everybody walk by and they're so
a mess.
They are a mess.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, if it's, I feel like I'm watching some sort of reality TV show with Lacey's group of friends.
I agree.
Just, it's so funny to me. But anyway, I thought he was outstanding.
Yes, he was.
It's so interesting though, because, when you look at us seeing the Neil Patrick Harris multiple times, seeing Josh Gad, these comedic style, it is such a different energy, and it is a very different show when you have somebody like Gary Sinise.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
100%.
Like it's not. It connects in a different way, I think,
Yeah.
to the whole storytelling and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved it. Can't wait to go back next year.
Yeah.
Because this is a part of something. I mean, now, heck, that's 2 years in a row we've done it with Lacey. So
And I think the next year we do it, we need to ask her who
100%.
she would like to see.
Yeah, we would.
Because she's kind of like asked that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, all right. So I think this next year, when it comes out, we'll have to go, all right, let's sit down and figure this out.
Yeah.
And then see if she still wants to go. And if she, I'm sure we'll have to look at taking somebody else.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
But then after that, we were gonna try to finish. Well, let's go ahead and say that Jeremy's brain was working very, very well yesterday.
Thank you.
Because then all of a sudden he looked up and at first thought that is it called
Walt
One Man's
Disney Presents.
Walt Disney Presents closes earlier than the park, and
It was like that 3 a.m. wake up where all of a sudden you're like, did I leave the stove on? Like,
Right.
I was just sitting there and something just went bing. It was probably more like crack. But yeah, and I was just like, oh no.
Right.
Well, earlier we were on Living with the Land, and I couldn't even, I honestly don't know what day of the week it is now. But all of a sudden my head just went, oh no, Jollywood Nights.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, oh, wait, it's a Friday. Jollywood is on a Saturday. Okay, we're good.
Yep. So then he looked up and he saw and thought it was 6 p.m. So he thought, oh no. But we were getting through the processional and Lacey ends up like, I said something and she's like, oh, I need to redo my makeup so I can get pictures with the Eras Tour clothes. And I was like, oh God. So I said something to Jeremy. Jeremy says, don't say anything. Let me relook it up. And I was like, okay. So come to find out, I think what he looked up was a party night because it does close at
probably.
6. What he did find through the app that it does close before the park closes and just an hour prior. So the park was closing at 9 that night. It was only closing at 8. So according to the actual app, it was going to be fine. So we go to start doing the cookies. And I mean, now mind you, at this point, leaving the first Candlelight Processional, I don't know what the heck happened, but everybody was there. Everybody. Like it was just so busy.
Yeah. From what the crowd was like when we walked into the Candlelight to what we walked out was like night and day.
Oh my gosh. It was crazy.
Actually, it was literally day and then night.
Yeah. So we go to get in line for a cookie and I say out loud, okay, the Eras does close early and it is, going to be probably 8:00 from what Jeremy's the app. And at this point, it's probably going to take us 30 minutes to get there. And at this point it is now, you're close to 6:30, correct?
Yeah.
So Lacey then
7:30. It would have been at that point. Getting at Hollywood?
Well, yeah, because we were in line, at almost 6:30 for the Linzer cookie?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, yeah,
you're right.
We're in line by the time we get out of here, by the time, and so I'm like kind of throwing all this out here. And we decide to get the Linzer cookie and to go ahead and just go. Because we didn't want to run because poor Alex ran her one time and that was it.
In her life, I think.
Yeah. So we start heading out to go to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Thank God we did it. We made it. I usually know where I'm going, but I was like, you know what? let me not get turned around. Let me go ahead and immediately just put it in ways so I can get there.
Yeah, I was like, now's not the time to get cocky, Rhonda.
But yeah, so we went over to Hollywood. We immediately went to the bathroom first, and then we went straight to the Eras Tour costume where it's behind this beautiful glass case, and it was really cool. Lacey was super happy to see it.
She said to me that was like made her entire day.
She did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was perfect. And then I didn't realize, I knew they had this stuff from the Muppets Christmas Carol,
cool.
which are adorable,
Yeah.
tiny little outfits. But they had a whole bunch of stuff from Santa Claus.
That was really cool.
Like Scott Calvin's pajamas and like Judy's outfit. And then they had from Noelle, the two outfits she wore from Noelle. So that was super cool to see all that stuff. Though. Yeah. They should have had her yogurt pants. So we did a couple rides there. We got to do Star Tours.
Yes.
We did Midway Mania, excuse me.
That was super fun.
And then we got about 10 of 9. We got in line for Rise. And we waited 20 minutes until pre-show. Yeah. It was listed at 50 outside at standby.
Yes, it was. Well, we actually were going to go into Mickey and Minnie's. We were there, and I guess it went down or something, and it was very loud. There's a lot of kids.
Oh, my God. It was so loud.
We were like, girls, this is up to you. We're going to let you. And then they were like, Kaylin or Lacey really, again, wanted to ride Rise, which I thought was adorable. I
love that so much.
I do, too. So we went over there, and then we were going to go to the hotel after this.
Yeah.
But we did not. We went over to
our good friend Rachel.
Yeah.
To message and alert us of something that exists now.
Yeah. We went over to Springs because I have always said, I mean, I don't mind Vera Bradley. It's cute. I've got a few things. I don't love it like some people do.
But you have been saying this for 5 years.
But I've been
every
saying,
time that we walk past the store.
They drop Stitch. Yep. Oh, I'm getting it.
Yep.
And Jeremy said something, and I was like, wait, what? And then I have been very busy at work, and so if there was a text message going on, I might have missed it. And sometimes I just open it, and because I hate notifications, and I don't really read the stuff. And Rachel sent that they dropped at Vera Bradley at Disney Springs, a whole Stitch line.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, crap. I gotta go. And apparently it's not online because Jeremy looked at getting it for me for Christmas. So I wanted to go see it all in person. And I did. But first we were hungry. Because at this point we hadn't eaten. We had a few cookies, but we haven't eaten
since that lunch.
So we knew the kids were for sure liking some chicken tenders. So we went over to Chicken Guy and got the girls some chicken and fries. And then we went over, of course, to Pizza Ponte. But we did stop at Vera Bradley. I did get a cute little wallet, the Stitch wallet, which was surprisingly cheap. I did not realize how cheap it is.
It ended up being like $21 and 36 cents.
And
maybe,
they do take 15% off pass holder, which I was super excited about.
Which is really good. Especially on those larger, $130 bags.
Right.
15%.
And I was looking at all those, and I am sad to say I didn't get like the whole line or come back with like 3. I was ready to transfer money and expect to spend $200-300. But I'm a very big person now that I need to have a reason to get it.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big bag person. I'm trying to like downsize the older I get and stuff. So everything was too big, and I was like, I'm good. I'll just wait. Yeah. And Rachel and I were talking or texting, and she was like, and again, I have a Vera Bradley Mickey and Minnie overnight bag because it went to the Character Warehouse. Yep. And it was really cheap. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to let this be from my parents for Christmas. So I think I just got it last year. Yeah. So I'm kind of like Rachel. Like, I hope, it kind of comes. And I might think about what else and if I would get something to use. But for now, I got the wallet, which is fantastic, and I attached my little key to it, and then I've got my major things in it, and I'm good.
Yeah.
So
You'll get another bag though.
probably.
Or that blanket. That blanket was so soft. Lacey really wanted you to get that blanket.
I know, but I'm like,
$75 for that and the quality and all is not bad, and then you get the 15%.
Right, but again,
it was
how many
adorable,
blankets?
too.
How many blankets?
Oh,
do
we have a lot of blankets. I've had to stop you from buying
how many blankets?
mini blankets lately, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, one last thing we do want to talk about is Pizza Ponte.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know about us, we do enjoy this place.
Mm-hmm.
And now they did get rid of 2 slices. The Fra Diavola, which was spicy salami, petal honey chili, and pecorino romano. We'd never had that one, but I got a lot of times the San Gennaro, which was tomato sauce, mozzarella, fontina, sweet Italian sausage, onions, and hot cherry peppers.
Oh, I remember that. That is good.
And it's
and they
gone
got rid
now.
of those. Oh,
Yeah, but what they
are you a
replaced
little
it
sad?
with, little bit, is the Gladiatore. This pizza consists of tomato, mozzarella, prosciutto, cota, Italian sausage, and pepperoni for $8.95. It's delicious. I loved it. It would be perfect if it had hot cherry peppers on it.
Okay.
So that pretty much takes you back to what the other one was. But I do really like the prosciutto on this one.
Mm-hmm.
It adds a nice saltiness to it. Yeah, I mean, the crust is so perfect, and mine had a little bit of char on areas, which I love. That char from
I saw it when she was
it
getting
was
it,
so
and I'm
perfect for
glad
me.
you liked it because I was like, ooh.
But I love this slice.
Yep.
I ate it walking through Disney Springs.
Oh yeah, because at this point too, it was closing.
Yeah.
Disney Springs
We
was
had to get
closing at
moving.
11:30, and we wanted to go to Vera Bradley. Then I wanted to stop in Francesca's to see if there was any sweaters, but then I was like, it's late. I'm done. And then Lacey wanted to go over to Pura Vida, and then we were like, Alex, is there anywhere you want to go? And then Lacey wanted Dole Whip, and it was freezing outside, but she got it.
Still good.
She got it. And then I think at this point we were all like, all right, we're done. We're done. Let's go to the hotel, which we stayed over. Excuse me. It was over.
It'd be,
How do
I guess,
say it?
I don't know if it'd be considered north or east of Disney Springs, that entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Where the Disney Springs hotels are.
Yeah, you pass all that and you turn left at the light, and then there's a whole bunch of hotels down there. Because we passed a Holiday Inn Express too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Amy booked this for us because she can book all these too. And sometimes we just need a little cheaper.
Yeah.
And because it's so close, and we weren't coming back to the parks and everything,
right.
It was just fine.
But I still like to stick in the certain areas.
100%.
And this is an area that they've been building up.
Yeah.
I mean, they really have.
Yep.
And this, Courtyard by Marriott here. Again, I mean, we pretty much just slept there, but Ron and I went down and got a Starbucks coffee because they serve Starbucks.
They were, yep.
And we kind of walked through. There's a nice pool area in the middle, huge TV, like movie theater thing out there. I'm guessing they play movies and stuff at night.
It's cool.
Cabanas you can rent. There's a bar and grill there. There's even a little slide in the pool area set up for outdoor dining. Like they had cornhole set up and a little, area for like kids to play. It's one of these hotels. You know them in the area. They're old, but they've done a really great job of keeping them up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can just tell it is an older hotel, but not because of anything once you're inside.
Right.
So I thought it was great. We'll add this and several of those others on our radar anytime we're looking for a quick night like this, and there's no real advantage to staying on property. So
yes.
All right, that is it from us this time. If you want to get all these brand new episodes, you got to hit subscribe, and you will get them every single Tuesday and Friday. And of course, Rhonda and I would be very thankful if you could please leave us a rating and review.
Because it'll help our show grow.
That's all we've got, and we'll see you real soon.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts, Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.